Hello, hello! I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at the Ruby Box mascot, Groudon. Oh, actually, before I click on it, spreadsheet's empty. I'm honestly beginning to think they just didn't feel like trying or something. I don't know, but yeah, there's nothing there for God knows what reason. Alright guys, it's time for another edition of the Cringe Raider. So we gotta. This nickname is beyond perfect. This nickname is held in the highest regard. I can't express words on how fucking genius I am and how perfect I am at nicknames. You know what I came up with? Laval. It's lava, but with an L at the end of it. It doesn't sound fucking retarded at all. I'm a genius, guys. God, I hate him. They're all shit. All of them. Volcanor shit. Magmamon's probably just some Digimon and he's taking credit for it. I don't know, even if it's not, it's just boring. I don't really think there's going to be a single nickname you could end in Mon that isn't a literal Digimon. That's not going to... Most Digimon-based nicknames just sound kind of boring because Digimon in general has kind of boring names. Gatomon. It means Catmon. Do you get it? It's a cat. Sunpire's dumb too. They're all trash, and he's just thinking he's God's gift to Earth. That joke was unintentional. I really hate that joke. Fuck you. That made me smile. Alright, on the subject of this, I also saw Landmaster yesterday when looking at the Kyogre thing, and I thought that one was funny too, and I did want to highlight that. So both of those are very, very stupid jokes, and I hate them, but they're both, like, also pretty funny and got a reaction out of me. I'll acknowledge Pangea. So, if you've ever watched, I think it was the very, very first one I did, where it was Venusaur, I hinted, but didn't want to spoil at that time, because I wasn't sure what the hell I wanted to do with this channel. Pangea is a name I personally use. I use it for Crustle. Someone thought I might have meant Torterra, which, you know, Torterra is a very fitting choice as well for that, too. I can understand where your mind comes from in thinking of Groudon, but personally for me, I would put those two above him. I'll acknowledge Colossus, just kind of as a generic name you could throw into big guys if you wanted to. It's fine. Shadow of the Colossus. If you cared for that reference. Bro, when I looked at this, I thought you were talking about fucking Tupac. Going to acknowledge the whole Ruby Sapphire thing, as we've said for this is the third episode in a row. I personally use it for protagonists. I think if you want to attribute it more towards Groudon or Kyogre, maybe consider Alpha and Omega if you wanted to go that route of, naming it after the game it's from. Tremor, it's been a while since we've seen this one, actually. I think we say generic ground-type nickname? I don't know, but me personally, I think of Mortal Kombat, and I kind of attribute it more to that, so I'd rather save it for a cool ground and rock guy. So, yeah. I'll acknowledge Nemesis. I personally use this one for Zangoose. It's just a nice-sounding name you could throw on to... I'm not going to say anybody, but... It's kind of generic and open-ended to where their interpretation could be for you to decide. Okay, let's go through a list here real quick. Firstly, I saw Godzilla on the Reddit thread just a second ago, chose to ignore it. Someone else in the Reddit thread is like, yeah, I don't really think I want to do that. But the idea did occur to me, like, maybe, I guess maybe someone might be interested, so I'll acknowledge it. And then I also want to acknowledge Behemoth, because again, you're naming your Pokemon what it's based off of. Same thing for Leviathan and Kyogre. It's Meowth Cat. And then lastly, Juggernaut right down here, which I know we've seen this in the past multiple times. If you want to, that's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. Okay, so we've reached the bottom, and this wasn't related, this wasn't related. That's not, and that's not. That's 4 less links than normal, and the spreadsheet was empty. I was curious about what the Twitter thing was, just out of curiosity, so I was like, what the hell could this be? I want to kind of shit on the Pokemon Go fanbase real quick. If you honestly think doing a curveball actually makes a fucking difference, I want you to take 2 pairs of dice and roll me the number 7 100 times in a row. Because until you can do that, I want you to shut the fuck up and realize that's what Pokemon Go is. It's a dice roll. It's RNG, my dude. Yes, you can increase your odds. 7's the highest odds. Doesn't mean it's going to happen 100% of the time. There is no one-way get-quick-rich scheme on that game. Moving on, as far as nicknames go, I personally don't nickname legendaries. The 2 that I saw and thought were the I just liked. I thought they were funny. We're just Landlord and Landmaster. Submitted comments were Din to pair with Kyogre being Nehru and Rayquaza being Furore, and then he also did Dongarongo, which I didn't know what the fuck a Dongarongo was, and sure enough, it's because it's from Phantom Hourglass, the bad Zelda game. I've been thinking about the idea of Dodongo as a nickname for a while, but I wasn't sure who to give it to, and although I don't necessarily think Groudon's the one for it, Dongarongo, I don't know, I'm fine, I don't really care, it's fine. It's up to you whether or not you think it's any good. But if you have an idea on who Dodongo could fit, I'm all ears. I'm also all ears to any other suggestions and ideas for nicknames for Groudon in the comments below, with thumbs up given to the good ones. So this way the people that are actually thinking of good nicknames get the acknowledgement they deserve, and then people are like, man, I want to find a good Groudon nickname. They can look at the comments and see the best ones first. And then there'll be 10,000 Pokemon all with that same nickname. As if I'll ever get 10,000 views on anything. Anyway, Rayquaza next!